Hey everyone, I'm gonna give a couple seconds so people can jump on. And I have a fly all up in my face. It has been a really, really long time since I went live, but I feel like I need to go live for the things that are really, really important. And I do feel like there is something that I need to talk about. Hey guys. So I may be opening up a can of worms as I've already inserted my foot in my mouth once, but I just feel like I want to have this discussion, and I'm really hoping that this does not turn into an argument, because that is not what it's supposed to be. I hope that through this video that people can have conversation and have an understanding of each other. So I'm a little nervous, I'm not gonna lie. I second guessed even doing this, but I'm gonna do it. So let's get started, okay? So the title of my video, my live here, is Black Lives Matter and Why I Apologized. So I have a question for you guys. If you're a mother, you may be able to answer this, or a father. If your child hurt another child's feelings, even though they didn't mean to, but they still did, would you not teach your kids to apologize anyway and say that you're sorry, say that they're sorry? That was my decision that I made as an adult, and I'm going to continue to follow doing that as I continue to teach my children to do the same. I hurt feelings. I apparently hurt a lot of feelings, and I apologized because I felt that it was right in my heart to do that. And many of you may not know what I'm even talking about, but I'm going to talk about it. So my hope for this video that I'm sharing with you guys is I've learned a lot these past few days about the words that I've used, how it was offensive, and how important it is for us as white people to just stop and listen and hear other people that are hurting and just hear what they have to say. And I was actually really sad with my post. So I did a post, and then I took it down and I changed up the words. This fly is going to be the end of it. I changed up the words and I apologized for how I used my words. And I was so sad that I had so many people telling me to stop apologizing, that they know where my heart is and they knew what I meant. And I'm thankful for my friends who do know me, and they know my heart, but that doesn't matter. And I do appreciate my friends who know me, and I'm glad that they know who I am as a person, but I still had to apologize, and it felt right, and that's what I needed to do. And I really hope that if this ever comes across you guys where you have this issue where you need to apologize, that you can humble yourselves and do it. There's definitely a time and a place to have to apologize for people, to people. The couple things that I'll never apologize for is my lifestyle that I live, because I'm perfectly content and at peace with how I live my life. I will never apologize about the career choice I've made. I've had so many people tell me, you know, you stopped nursing, now you're in this unstable job and career. And I'm okay with that because I love what I do, and it has been more stable than anything for my family with not having my nursing career. And I'll never apologize for it because it's my passion and I love it. And I'm never going to apologize for my faith. If someone doesn't like that I talk about God and my love for him all the time, that's fine. You can unfollow me and delete me. I'm not here to please everyone. I don't want to be everyone's friend. I'm not meant to be everyone's friend. And that's okay if we don't connect. My feelings will not be hurt, but I will never, ever change my passion and who I am for other people. But again, I will change when I hurt somebody's feelings. And that's what I did. And I did it really bad. And it made me sad. So, with that said, when I hurt other people's feelings because of my choice of words, I had to humble myself and I had to let go of my pride, which is like a really hard thing to do. And I had to admit that I was wrong. I didn't know at the time when I did this post a couple days ago. In my post, I said, all lives matter. And it was wrong. I thought that it was me just saying that we should be treated equally. Obviously, I haven't been paying much attention to what has been going on in the world. I don't watch the news. I try not to get myself too engaged in social media because there's so many negative things out there. Hence why I didn't know about it. But after I did the post, I had to stop, I had to listen, and I had to be willing to educate myself just a little bit and realize that it's a saying that a lot of people use to degrade Blacks. And that was never, ever my intention at all. And my friends who know me know my heart. So my intention with the post that I initially made, saying all lives matter, it was a simple, hey, we need to be treating everyone equally. We need to stop this fighting. We are one country. We're fighting against each other. Like, our country is a place where people from other countries come to be free. And we're acting like a bunch of nut jobs fighting with each other. And it's so sad. And it makes me sick. But here are one of the many things I learned. I've actually learned a lot. And this is one thing. Black people know all lives matter. They are not here to say that they're up here and everyone else is down here. They know that they matter. They know everyone matters. That's the whole point. But right now, white people aren't struggling with inequality. We aren't worried about getting pulled over and our car searched because the color of our skin. We don't have to worry about walking down the street and being bullied or being called a name or being judged by the color of our skin. So we know that everyone's lives matter. But we need to focus on the issue that's really big right now. And it's hurting a lot of lives. It's actually killing people. And it's a war that we have going on with Blacks being treated unfairly. So with my post that I did, I wanted to initially take it down and act like it never happened. Because I literally wanted to crawl in a hole. I regretted it the moment I got the first comment from a Black person. That was actually I consider a good friend. But as I have been able to have more conversations with my Black friends who were highly offended and upset with me, I'm actually glad that this post happened because I know it has already changed me. It's already teaching me. And I'm hoping that through this, it's going to help others also understand that if they're willing to look outside their own feelings and have a different perspective, things can actually change. So, what has made the biggest difference with this experience is not just reading a book or watching a video, which I am doing these, and there are great resources that we do need to take advantage of. But it has been having one-on-one conversations where I'm hearing their heart. Two Black women who I do consider really good friends, I've had one-on-one conversations with, one through face-to-face video chatting, and one, her and her husband came over yesterday, and we actually had a long conversation, and I watched them hurt, and I watched them both cry. I heard their pain, and it broke my heart to just know how much fear that they have that we would never even think about as white people, because it isn't going to happen to us. And I just wanted to take away their pain and their fears. It was so hard for me to hear both of these moms talk. They both have a son. They have daughters and sons, and they both have a son. And these little boys are adorable, and they're big, they're tall, they're growing, they're healthy, they're strong, and their fear, one in particular, she made a comment and said about taking her son to the doctor, and actually, instead of being excited that he's 60 pounds and a big boy and growing big and strong, that she's worried that he's not going to be so cute one day, that he's going to be looked at as just another big black man on the street. It just hurts. I can't even understand because I'm not even in that position, but it hurts to see my friends hurt and to know that that's how we look at people. Like, that is how so many white people look at black people. So here's the thing. Here's what I can do as learning through all of this. And I know there are a lot of other white people asking, like, hey, what can I do to help? Here's what I can do to help, and here's what you can do to help. Number one is to keep listening and let go of any defenses that you have to come back with what they say and why they shouldn't feel a certain way. Because we do not know. We won't know. The first thing I wanted to do when I was getting my comments on my posts that I did about the All Lives Matter, I kept coming up with my own justification, but that's not how I meant it. Why can't they see that? But this isn't about me. This is not about me. This is about the people who are actually hurting, that actually feel the pain because they're actually going through it. So we need to stop acting like we have to come up with an answer every time, because we don't. Number two is to keep educating ourselves. Every black person, every black woman that I've talked to since I've done that post, and there's been a few, every single one of them said, it is not our job to educate everybody. We have so many resources out there. I mean, on Netflix, there's like a whole list of movies just based on black rights and history with slavery and everything that you can look and you can research and go Google something. You know, I should have Googled All Lives Matter. I would have learned a lot, but I didn't do that. But here's the thing, we can, and there are a lot of resources, and it's going to help us to learn and be aware of what's going on around us, but we just have to take the time. Number three is teach our children. People are not born with racism, guys. We're taught it. So we have to teach our kids how to love and how to treat people the same, and just to look at everyone of color equally, of every color, no matter what they are. Everyone is the same. Everyone is equal. God did not make a mistake when he made any of us. Whether you think that he did or not, he does not make mistakes. We make the mistakes. We are the sinners. Number four, act. I hear a lot of people talk about when Jesus comes, man, he's going to fix everything. Everything's going to be right. Do we really want to wait until then? Guys, come on. Like, God gave us roles as humans to treat each other equally and not to judge. We are the change. We must love our neighbor. And guess what? When you love hard, it's really hard to hate. So we have to stop saying, oh, there needs to be change. Guys, we have to start taking action, and we have to make the change. And number five, the one-on-one conversations. This social media, like, it can be a great thing, and it can also be a really destructive thing. And I've seen that from my own post. It stinks. These posts, I feel like words can easily be twisted. And what you think you mean, what you want to mean, the words just don't come out right. And then there's a bunch of drama, and the words are misconstrued. And then you have people arguing. But here's also what I learned, is when two people can talk, they can see and hear emotion from both parties. That allows hearts to change. So don't be afraid. This is what I was afraid of, and I've realized not to be afraid. Don't be afraid to talk to a black person and ask how they are. Let them know that you do care with what's going on in the world right now and that you're listening, because it really will go a long way. And I've made that mistake with my own really good friends. So I hope out of all of this, guys, that we can stop being blinded by what's going on around us. The racism is everywhere, even in the small towns, even when we don't think that there is. It is everywhere, and it's sad. It has to change. But the change starts with us. And we have to be willing to listen and just to educate ourselves and come together and just love on one another and stop this madness so we can have peace. So, for anyone who, did see the post and they were just really upset, again, I am so sorry for hurting anyone's feelings. I'm sorry for not educating myself before I said something that did mean that I do want equality. But I'm learning, and I'm still learning, and this is just the beginning, and I'm completely okay with that, because I feel like these last 24 to 48 hours, 24, I don't even know, 48 hours, I mean, I've come a long way, and I'm learning a lot, but I know that this is just the beginning. So for you guys, if watching this, if anyone is interested in just learning more, us white people, sometimes we don't know what to say. Maybe there's a resource out there that is available that I'm hoping that I can offer you. It's by a Black woman who has been doing calls I think it's via Zoom. And she does it. She talks with Black women. She talks with white women. I need to be certain if it's just women or if it's men and women. And then both Black and white people together. And it just gives the opportunity to listen, to learn, and to ask questions. And I feel like this is such a great resource that is not just a book or movie, even though those are really good. I feel like just seeing each other, hearing each other's emotion, it could really help and make a difference. So I will be posting, once I get that information, I'm actually going to post it below here in the comments section. Now, if you are interested, you want to be a part of this, just let me know. And once I get the information, I will share it, and just make sure that you are aware of when the call will be. And this, for anyone, it's a Zoom, so anyone of any state can attend this. But she's already done it once, and it was really, really successful. And a friend of mine already attended it, and she had nothing but wonderful things to say. So with that said, guys, can we change the world? Can we make this world a better place? It starts with us. So, all right, guys, have a good day.